we are connecting. Okay. Okay, we opened the dwarf manually. And let's go to Astro. We're good. And let us perform calibration. First calibration, if there is a satellite going through. Second, third, should be enough. Yep, success. So far no surprise. Alright, let us go to Orion. It had to be the first one. Download now. We have the database updated. Okay. Next is to find where we are. North. East is where we'll find. There we are. Let's look at Betelgeuse quickly. Rumor has it it is brighter these days. Let's go to. Go to success. All right. is Betelgeuse. Let's see if I can adjust exposure. Okay. Next we're going to go to Orion. M42. And let's go there. Yes, thank you. Stop tracking. Okay. We found Orion. For some reason we exited Dwarf Lab app. Let's go back in. Let's set the dew heater on. Connection setting. Device maybe? No. Storage device name, password. Activation status, it is activated, firmware version. Okay, I do not see where to turn on the dew heater. Connection setting. Nope. Okay, maybe it turns it on automatically, we hope so. There is Orion. We're gonna start capturing some. Okay. Astro mode. We are not in equatorial mode, that is for sure. Filter. Dual band. Setting. Shutter. Try 10 seconds again. And let's see what we get. I have not taken darks yet. I'm anxious to see what the status of the sensor is. So far it looks very, very clean. I don't see any red, green and blue pixels. Wow, this is one stacked image. It is very good. Curves. I always like to bring it to just about here. Since sunrise is imminent, I'd like to spend only a few minutes testing the same targets. I'm gonna make a quick tour of the Orion complex. We'll look at Orion, we'll look at Flame Nebula, we'll look at Horsehead. Actually, Horsehead and Flame should fit nicely inside the same field of view. Couple of new additions worth pointing to. Temperature indicator there. This is not the outside temperature. We're more like 25 Fahrenheit right now. Actually, we're not. Temperature outside is 12 degrees Celsius. So at 13-second exposure, that's about 5 per minute. So we're gonna go to about 25, just 5 minutes, and then hop around. I plan to redo Orion immediately with the astro filter on as opposed to the dual band, and do a side-by-side comparison. The pixels are, the stars are nice and round. I like it. Okay, since I accidentally set it at 13-second exposure, I'm going to stop at 20 stacked and then repeat. We're not gonna end. Let's see. Will it let me change exposure without? No. Okay, we have to end current session. We're not gonna stop tracking M42. Just gonna change filter, astro, and shutter. We were at 13. And we're gonna take 20 frames. I promise I will take darks. This is very, very clean. I really don't see the need for darks. There we go. So good morning from the Pompey Observatory again. This is obviously M42 Orion. I took 20 frames earlier with the dual band filter on. Now I'm trying it with the astrofilter. Next test is to use wide angle and see if we can stack the entirety of the Orion complex. So far, DWARF 3 has worked flawlessly. Installed the new app, upgraded the firmware, connected via station mode. It calibrated on the first attempt, and it go-to was very precise. Orion is in the middle of the frame. And it's worth mentioning that I see the Running Man Nebula right above Orion, and it's very, very clean. There is the Running Man Nebula. Haven't seen it this nice before. I don't know if the app is going to allow me to zoom in onto the Running Man Nebula without any trouble. I'm going to try to see it. There it is. Okay. YouTube is complaining about possible buffering. Let me check the settings. Output. We have 6400 kilobits per second. I don't need any higher data rate at this point. I'm stopping at 20 frames. I have not found a way to turn on the dew heater. So that's one quick observation. Battery is charging nicely while it is imaging. Later this morning I will measure the current draw once it is fully charged and operating, so we know how long we can run it in the field with a small backup battery. Eighteen stacked, just two more. that is the end of this quick test. End current session. No, I'd like to keep tracking. Function. Where will it let me choose camera here? There we go, wide. Okay, we're going to keep this is default. Okay, let's see what it does with 10. Now this is a new sensor. That's the wide as opposed to what are we doing here? Maybe I was a bit impatient. Let's try again. Not sure what it is trying to do. Okay, auto connection failed. Let's go back to home. Yeah, it says there is no network. Okay, let me go back to the home page. Let's launch DWARF again. And reconnect. For some reason it dropped connection. Connection successful. Let's go to photo. And let me go to astro wide wide angle, please. 1 second. We'll see if it'll let me stack. 1 second. Okay, this is nice. Let's see if it'll stack it. Sorry, I cannot move the house. All right. We are stacking in wide angle the Orion complex. Do I have control over curves? Okay. As you can see from the corner of the screen, the sun is starting to rise. All right, we're going to stop it. End current session. Function. Go back to tele, please. And Atlas. North. Mercury is rising. What if we go here? It is recalibrating. We may have trouble because it's almost daylight outside. Okay, successful calibration. Let's see if it'll have. Okay, what does the framing look like? Okay, we should have both. Filter, dual band, shutter, 10 please, nope, 10 please, 10, okay, let's go. No, we want to be in astro. Let's make sure we have the settings correct. 10 dual band, okay. And let's start capturing. So default gain appears to be 120, dwarf 2 used to be 80. And mandatory adjusting the curves just a bit. I already see flame. Next time we repeat this, probably tomorrow morning, we will do the framing slightly better. I have both the horsehead and the flame. Let me see how high Mercury is and see if we can hop onto Mercury quickly. Alright, when is sunrise? The sun is exactly 10 degrees below the horizon. And Mercury is exactly 5 degrees above the horizon. So I'm going to stack a few minutes here. I don't know how much time I'll be able to buy before the sun takes away Mercury, but I'd like to hop onto Mercury quickly. At 6 o'clock, Mercury will be, yeah, we're not gonna get much from Mercury today. But still want to go. So this is success here. Let's find Mercury. Or we should maybe do it in the order Jupiter first and then Mars and then Mercury. Let's do that. And current session, please stop tracking, doesn't matter. Function Atlas. Jupiter. I like the autofocus at every go-to. There's Jupiter. Let's go back in. It is tracking. This is nice. I don't know if it'll let me stack Jupiter. And this is when we change the filter to visual. We'll see if it makes a difference. It is 400. Let's try stacking it. I'm holding my breath to see if I will see any of Jupiter's rings, actually cloud bands. We are at 1400. I'm gonna reattempt at 1200. The sun is catching up on us. We'll come back to Jupiter tonight. And current session, hop to Mars, please. We should see a red dot at best. There's Mars. Okay, go with gain to 0. Filter visual and shutter. I think 200 would be good with Mars. There is Mars. Okay, now the big question, will we find Mercury? Goodbye, Mars. Astro. atlas. Sorry, Neptune, we'll visit you tonight. Six degrees, there is a good chance that it has cleared the trees. We'll soon find out. This is a bit too bright for Mercury. There is Mercury. We found Mercury. This little device is amazing. It is 6 o'clock. So not much else to test tonight. So I wish you a good day from the Pompey Observatory, and we will be back to image the sun today. Thank you and so long. This was my finger moving Mercury around. It was not Dwarf 3. Dwarf 3 is locked and tracking Mercury very nicely.